quiet, isolated farm in Germany. A family of 6 brutally murdered. No witnesses, no clear motive, and a terrifying possibility. The killer had been living among them. The Hinterkaifeck murders remain one of Germany's most disturbing and unsolved mysteries, a case filled with strange clues, eerie warnings, and a crime so brutal it continues to haunt investigators even a century later. Hinterkaifeck was a small, secluded farmstead in Bavaria, Germany. It was home to the Gruber family, an elderly father, Andreas Gruber, his wife Cecilia, their widowed daughter Victoria Gabriel, and her 2 children, 7-year-old Cecilia and 2-year-old Joseph. A maid named Maria Baumgartner had just arrived at the farm, unaware that she would not survive the night. In the days leading up to the murders, strange and unsettling events occurred on the farm. Andreas Gruber, the family patriarch, told neighbors that he had found unfamiliar footprints in the snow leading from the forest to the farm, but none leading back. The key to the house had mysteriously disappeared. The family also reported hearing footsteps in the attic. A newspaper, not belonging to the family, was found on their property. The previous maid had quit 6 months earlier, claiming the house was haunted. She had heard strange noises at night and felt an eerie presence watching her. On the night of March 31st, 1922, something truly horrific happened. One by one, the family members were lured into the barn, where they were brutally murdered with a pickaxe-like weapon. First, Andreas, then his wife, Cecilia. Victoria was next, followed by little Cecilia. The killer then entered the house and slaughtered Maria, the maid, and the youngest member of the family, 2-year-old Joseph, in his crib. The crime scene was gruesome. The victims' skulls were crushed with horrifying force. It was later revealed that young Cecilia survived for several hours after the attack, pulling out tufts of her own hair in agony before she died. But perhaps the most disturbing fact was that the killer didn't leave immediately. Evidence suggests they stayed in the house for days after the murders. Neighbors saw smoke rising from the chimney, and the farm animals were fed. Someone had even eaten meals in the kitchen, but who and why? Days later, concerned neighbors visited the farm and discovered the gruesome scene. The horror of what had happened sent shockwaves across Germany. Authorities were baffled. No clear suspects, no forced entry, and no stolen valuables. Theories began to swirl about who could have committed such an atrocity. Some speculated that Victoria Gabriel's rumored lover, Lorenz Schlittenbauer, a local farmer, was involved. He had a complicated history with the family and was one of the first people to discover the bodies. Strangely, he handled the corpses and moved evidence before police arrived, raising suspicion. Others believed the previous maid, who quit claiming the house was haunted, might have known something. Was she aware of an intruder living in the attic, or did she have her own reasons for leaving? Another theory suggested a drifter or soldier from World War I, hiding in the attic for shelter, eventually turning violent. But why stay after the murders? Despite numerous investigations, no definitive answers were found. The case remains one of Germany's oldest and most perplexing unsolved crimes. Over the years, forensic advancements have attempted to shed new light on the case, but the true identity of the Hinterkaifeck killer remains a mystery. The farm was demolished in 1923, but the horror of what happened there still lingers. A crime with no clear suspect, eerie signs of an intruder, and a terrifying thought: the killer may have lived in the house, watching, waiting, before finally striking. Who murdered the Gruber family? Was it someone they knew, or a ghostly presence lurking in the attic? The truth may never be known, but one thing is certain: the Hinterkaifeck murders will haunt history forever. What do you think happened at Hinterkaifeck? Let us know in the comments below.